Welcome back to another episode on Hotfixing the NFL, the series where we take the teams one by one and apply a hotfix or a day one patch in the first week of the new season. The rosters are according to the off-season moves and the 2024 NFL draft, and we're now going to be taking a look at the team and which areas need some work. Alright, let's deep dive here immediately. The Dolphins are a really interesting team. They usually look very good on paper, but sometimes they just really drop off really hard. It's a little bit strange, but there we go. We're going to start out with Tua Tagovailoa here, the quarterback, of course. We've got Mike White and so on and so forth. So the quarterback immediately looks pretty good. The running back room also looks good, 85, 82. That's really good. The receivers, of course, fantastic with Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham Jr. just signed there, so no need there. I like Teron Armstead. I like Isaiah Wynn. I think Aaron Brewer is decent. But I do have questions about the right guard and the right tackle, respectively. We're going to be taking a look at that, though. We might find some in-house solutions, if you would. At the tight ends, Jonnu Smith, then we've got Durham Smythe and Fortson here. Also an upgrade in off-season with Jonnu Smith joining here. The defense, though, is where it's at. They did add some players like Walker here. That's a new addition. They added Poyer, which is a super interesting addition. They added Fuller. So it's just a bunch of new players that join. I also think that here Tart is new to replace Wilkins. So again, a lot of quality in here, a lot of good looking players. I personally, when I look at this, I would probably go for the right edge position and focus on kind of getting the quality there. A little bit higher up, we could argue about what to do here. Maybe we could find a solution in-house, but again, this is the one I'd be looking at. And on offense, it's probably the right guard. That's a pressing need. I really feel like that is one that's needed, especially to protect Tua and just give him time to select his targets. We're also going to be taking a look at the roster in a little more detail here. So as the devil's in the details. The quarterback room, I'm just going to leave this as is. It works. The running backs, I really like the setup here. It's a really solid one. Fullback is good. The wide receiving group is really good, led by a fantastic Tyreek Hill. We've got the tight ends that are solid. Left tackle, really good. A little bit on the older side, but still good. We've got Isaiah Wynn here. Left guard, that's looking good. Aaron Brewer sitting on the center position. That's actually also one that is looking pretty good. Right guard, this is a strange one. I'm not too happy about this one, to be really honest. Right tackle, we're looking at some interesting players here. That is positive, but again, right guard is the one that we need to address for sure here. On left edge, like this, I like Zach Sealer. This is good. Neville Gallimore, probably not really what I want to see on that position on the edge. I like the D tackles. I like the left outside linebacker. That's looking really good. Mid linebackers, fantastic. Anthony Walker and David Long. And we also have Jordan Brooks sitting back here. Didn't even mention him before. Bradley Chubb, Shaquille Brett. Fantastic players all around. Cornerback room is stuffed with good players. Jalen Ramsey's elite. Kendall Fuller's very good. Kader Kohu, Cam Smith, a new addition, and Ethan Bonner also joining in. That's a rookie from 2024. Jevon Holland, 2388. Strong safety. Jordan Poyer, a superstar addition here. Might be a little bit on the older side, but I don't care. Jason Sanders, the kicker, and the punter is Jake Bailey. All right, so everything's said and done. Let's now dive into optimizing this roster. Trade accepted, and we are shipping off 2 right guards. It's Driscoll and Eichenberg, along with 2 seconds and a first rounder for 2026 to the Packers. We're receiving a fantastic left guard that we will utilize on the right guard position. Of course, it's a large amount of draft capital. I'm aware of that, but it's a dire need. It's a big fix that was needed, and I really think that it'll improve the offensive line and offer protection for Tua, which is super important. All right, and we're done. What have we changed? We have added Elton Jenkins on the offensive line, on the right guard, immediately adding a lot of quality to that right position, to that right hand side of the offensive line. And he's going to be helping out Aaron Brewer as well as Austin Jackson to his other side. And by that, we're adding so much quality, raising what this offensive line will be able to do at center and on the right hand side. Apart from that, there's no need for big change on the offensive line. If I'm a stickler here, or if I were a stickler, I would probably go over with a Teron Armstead, just trade him away and bring in some other players of higher or same quality, different age, maybe 2 players. Get something like that going. But to be fair, going into the first season, this is going to be a good-looking team. I like Raheem Mostert. I like Devon A-Chain. Jeff Wilson's also super solid. This is a really, really good offense. There is nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. 88 rated. All right. Next up, defense. We are looking at some minor changes here. What I did do is I added Chop Robinson over to the right edge. I switched Neville Gallimore here. He is now a backup on left outside linebacker. But I feel like Chop Robinson should be able to get going immediately and just immediately show what he can do. We don't really have a problem on the linebacking group. You know, we've got a depth chart where we have Shaquille Barrett sitting behind Bradley Chubb, so that is also not really a concern to me. If we wanted to add even more power, even more pressure, we could put Chop Robinson over onto, again, as a backup up here, and just drag up Shaquille Barrett here. Those are all options that we have in the depth chart, which is immensely important because we're going to have injuries over the course of the season. But yeah, as it stands right now, I personally would probably be also using Jordan Brooks here over Anthony Walker, just because of the higher development here that we will be getting out of the start-if trade. But again, overall, this is a fantastic team. What I'm doing here is not really only cosmetic, that will be downplaying a little bit, but overall, it is still a huge part of what we're gonna achieve here. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I fix the right areas? Would you have gone for someone else? Should I have added someone else? What do you think of the changes? Is the team better now or not? Same thing on defense. Let me know what you think. I always love interacting with you guys. And as always, if you liked it, drop a like. Please subscribe. That helps a lot. And as always, thanks so much for being here. And see you next time.